Thank you all for having me. Um, so when I was a kid, I told myself that I was going to be the richest man ever. And by 25, I was working a normal 9 to 5 job, frustrated, wondering why couldn't I get a raise? Why couldn't I get a promotion? And I was wondering why I was so far from where I wanted to be. So, like any person who's frustrated and just wants to quit their job, I told myself I'm going to quit my job and start a business. And I didn't do that for about 2 years when a friend of mine came to me with an idea. And I thought, okay, this business could work. So for a whole year, we had this business and weren't really making any money, just struggling. But the idea for me is this business is going to change my life. It's going to make me rich, and I'm going to go back to my old job and sound like, hey, I did it. Um, but I remember I was in my apartment sitting on my bedroom floor when I get a call from my business partner, and he says, we're going to have to shut the business down. We lost everything. And I went from following my dreams to wondering how I was going to pay rent. My bank account was losing money every single day. And the hardest part was calling my 5 months pregnant wife and telling her, I don't know what we're going to do. But, I don't like to give up. So I came up with all these ideas about how I was going to save our situation. And the idea I settled upon was I was going to sell 10,000 copies of a book in 1 month. And I have never written a book in my life. So I wrote a book in 1 month, posted it on Amazon, promoted it at every event I went to for the next month, and I sold 4 copies. I made $17. So, it was just like a couple $1,000s short where I wanted to be. But for me, I just remember thinking, this sucks. But it was also one of the best things to happen to me. You see, for me, I realized that in order for me to be able to feed my family, something had to change. I had to change, and I was open to anything. Around that time, I came across a lesson, and I'm going to paraphrase it, but what it said is part of being a winner is reaching out to the best, most successful people you know every single day and offering to help. No strings attached. And for that, it clicked for me. You see, before when I was building a business, when I was trying to sell the books, I was trying to get before I gave. I had it backwards. So I made one tiny habit change. I started to reach out to the best, most successful people I know every single day. And I asked them one question.